That was SmackDown. You want to talk about Raw?
Um, yeah, I guess we could go ahead and talk about Raw because the only thing I have left here is the Samoans are taking over SmackDown. Uso versus Solo versus Tala. Where is Jeff Cobb and Tama Tonga? But
Yo,
I guess we could talk about the releases after we talk about SmackDown.
or
I mean, after we talk about
all
Raw.
right, all right, all right. Let's do it. So Raw starts with Roman Reigns stressed out in the back. You know what I'm saying? I'm.
Oh yeah, so I feel like they're kind of planting the seed to do Roman versus Rollins.
I mean, of course, but that's always in the. That's always there.
It
That's
was
that.
you're
They're
in
in
my
my
way.
way. Yo, that's all. They're that's
Okay.
always that's always there with them though. That's always there with them. You know, they're gonna be forever rivals. So you know that's always there. Fucking Braun Breaker comes out and
Yeah, Braun Breaker and attacks Seth.
destroys Seth Rollins.
And
Speared him
honestly, like, he
out the
makes him
Chelsea
look really
boots.
good. Yeah, oh my god, I was actually laughing about that. I was like, he's getting stomped out. He's
Yo,
stomping him out with the Chelsea boots on.
I was like, yo, this is crazy, but whoop, we got his ass whooped.
Hmm.
I like Rollins' outfit too. I mean, I know that that's like kind of low hanging fruit because he's like known for dressing well, but I like his outfit. Like I like that skinny tie. But I like that skinny tie layered type of look. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I liked it better when he was like more like a
Flamboyant.
runway fashion show.
See, but I just think
I didn't
that
want to say flamboyant because I don't know if that's like the right
nah.
terminology.
I mean,
But
I
I
don't
liked it
no.
better when he was like literally like if it was like Paris Fashion Week every week.
Yeah.
I like that style better because I feel like it was authentic
Right.
for him. So him just being in the all black every time I see him, I'm just like, oh my god,
No,
like
but I mean, he's kind
give
of.
me something.
But the thing is that you got to pay attention to like what he's wearing, even though it's all black. Like he's still wearing some real fly shit. You just gotta like peep the
Hmm.
details. But I liked his look this week. Like I thought it was like a very clean look. He came out, he got his ass whooped, and Braun Breaker continues to look very fucking strong on his way to
Yeah.
Backlash, on his way to the win, hopefully.
So I guess we'll get to that portion of the show and we'll do predictions for Backlash.
Okay.
But so Stephanie Vaquer is injured.
Mm. So that's probably why
They didn't
they wrote
say
her off.
why, but and I don't know if it was when they attacked her, if it just went left, kind of like the Sachu Chong thing. I don't know if it was that or if she was injured and then they attacked her, so to write her off for a little bit.
I think it was
I'm a
probably
little bit confused on
it
that.
was probably the latter. It was probably something happened maybe during the Mania lead up or at Mania, and then she needed some time, so they just like viciously attacked her
Hmm.
to keep it moving. Some dissension in the Judgment Day. What else is new?
Yeah, I feel like Roxanne
What
could
else is new?
turn and leave.
What else is new?
I feel like Roxanne could turn and leave.
Roxanne versus Liv Morgan would be a great match.
I also think that would be a great match too. But what I don't like about the whole Judgment Day situation is like, why aren't they using Big Sexy? She's
Uh,
not doing nothing.
no, she's gonna fight for the tag titles.
Yes, but I feel like she could be doing something else.
No,
Like they could put her in the intercontinent, like the open challenge. I would rather see her fight Becky.
that'd be a great fight. They're probably saving that though.
Yes.
But the thing is that media wise, they use her a lot though. She's always making like appearances for them or like somewhere
Yeah,
else
they're
on their
always using
behalf.
her and she's on the show every week, but they're not really writing her to do
No,
anything.
I see what you're saying. I think that she could be taken more serious and be a higher ranked competitor. Honestly, I thought that they were doing that when her and Rhea. Remember when her and Rhea were going back and forth and had those crazy strings of matches that were awesome?
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
yeah. So I see some dissension. I don't know how fucking Finn Balor stepped into a time machine to look 10 years younger. Um,
Well, I mean, probably eats the spinach in the
that's
process.
what happens when you get out of a toxic relationship.
That's hilarious. Ain't that the truth, though?
Yo, nigga got out of a toxic relationship and then fucking got his shit together like. But I thought him and JD had a good match too. Obviously,
I was actually able to watch the match because JD looked so much better than he did last week. Last week, looking at him made me sick. I
yeah,
just couldn't. I couldn't watch it.
yeah, he got his sleep in, he got his pills in.
Yeah, but are we back to Finn Balor because Finn Balor lost?
No, I honestly, if you notice though, a lot of underdogs won this weekend on Raw. Like
I
if
feel like if he brought the
it,
demon out, he should have won. You know, he should be like on a winning
no,
streak.
I mean, but the thing is that like again, you get more out of it by having him lose in this in between time. It doesn't really matter because he lost by shenanigans anyways. So he lost by Roxanne Perez doing him dirty, who he's trying to come over to the light side. You know what I'm saying? She had to do it because she wanted to prove her loyalty to the Judgment Day, but we know in her heart that she didn't want to do it. So you get more out of it in that story, and then also too, JD deserves to fucking win. Bro, JD goes out there, puts his body on the line, takes the biggest bumps, takes everybody's
He
fucking
does.
finish. Like, he deserves this fucking win. So,
So,
I
do you see him being in the picture of the Intercontinental Championship?
easily, for sure. For sure. For sure. And especially if, like, with Finn leaving the Judgment Day, Dom moving up, and then he can benefit from using the girls to his advantage to help him win matches, then for sure I could see him getting in
Yeah,
there.
so Dom is just wearing the AAA championship, but is he really defending it? And what do you think are the plans for Dom? Because they're not really doing anything with him. Is he injured still, or
No, I
what's
think
up with him?
I don't know. I think with Dom is like something that you can pick up and put down at any moment. Like you can heat Dom back up tomorrow. So right now they're probably trying to build JD, and Dom's probably like, I'm trying to build JD. So I think that Dom is kind of taking the back seat in regards to that, and he lost at Mania, so he probably has to get his shit together. But bro, he had an amazing 25. Like he had an amazing 25, and it's just like the season basically just started. It's only really been a couple weeks after WrestleMania. So even though he's not doing anything of substance now, I'm sure that he is. And two fucking isn't Rey Mysterio retiring at Clash in Italy? Didn't they say that?
Uh, I didn't. I That's news to me.
I heard something like that, so I don't know if that's true. But I'm sure he's gonna have something of note coming up. I haven't watched AAA in a while. The only AAA storyline I know going on is between Los Americanos.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna try to watch that this week because I do have it on here that there was a triple threat and the Creed brothers should not be wearing the mask and should have just named their group Los Hermanos Americano. That would
No.
have been great.
Yeah, but
But
I'm
why are they wearing masks?
cause they gotta piss people
We
off.
already know. We know it's them.
They gotta
I
piss.
like that they came out to AAA and they beat them up and then they were holding the American flag. Like I like that. That was great. That's the
Right,
best storyline they've had since they've been there.
right. It's crazy though, cause
So,
we caught Julius Creed during like mid bulk. Like
mhm,
he's bulking right now, but he's at that phase where it's like when you grow out your hair, and it's like you can't get braids, but so it just look kind of like nasty.
yeah.
Like that's like where he's at right now. Like he's gonna get it right. Like he's gonna get it together. But he's just at that point where you could tell he's trying to add some size. So it's like he's
Hmm.
not like, I don't know. I just noticed that because at first when I saw him with the mask, I'm like, what the fuck happened to Julius Creed? But then I thought
Hmm.
about it because I remember Montez Ford did the same thing where he was looking crazy, and then
Yeah, but I feel like with Montez Ford is a little bit different because from what I've been told, um, when you're in a relationship, right? Like the beginning of the relationship, you're doing all these things like let's go out to eat, let's go get ice cream, let's do all these fun things that I want to do with you, and then you gain like relationship weight,
uh-huh.
and that same thing kind of happens to you when you get
Of
pregnant as a
course,
woman.
of
The
course,
man also kind of like
has your cravings.
takes on your habits and your cravings. So if you're not like, obviously you're not like working out 24/7 and walking and doing all these things, you're eating ice cream, you're eating the donuts, you're eating the pickles. So it's like they also eat that too. They kind of take that role on. So I think that's what happened to him necessarily, not that he was intentionally trying to bulk up.
No, of course. No, I've seen it. So a couple years back when Montez was with Bobby Lashley, like when the Street Profits were
Mhm.
with Bobby Lashley.
Oh yeah, I remember
All
that.
right, remember there was a point where he was looking crazy, but he was bulking, and then he got
Actually,
and
I
then he
remember that, but I don't remember. I don't ever
and then
remember seeing
and then
Montez Ford bulk.
no,
Never.
I trust me. I've seen him. I've caught him caught him bulking on TV, live TV. You catch him mid bulk. But I thought the also too, look how the fucking, who was it? Chad Gable's Americanos won. You know, like, and their match was awesome. I thought it was a good match. I thought it was a really good match.
It was a good match. It's just like I'm at a point where it's overkill.
I just want to see Chad Gable be Chad Gable.
Overkill with every that. I would like to see that too, because I feel like El Grande Americano, not the original, is the better one.
And it's like he should just have the gimmick. Like he earns it.
Yes, I agree with that. And then I feel like if Chad Gable takes that away, like this is all allegedly because we don't know who's underneath the mask, right? So if Chad Gable comes back after being from surgery,
gone for so
I feel
long.
like you could throw him in the Intercontinental Championship.
Bro, honestly,
circle.
With Chad Gable, bro, if you book it right, bro, you could make him a world champion.
I think you can, but I just don't think. I think they think about him like they do Chelsea Green.
I can see that as well, but I'm just saying, like, me, like, and also too, Chad Gable looked bigger too. He looks like he's in more world champion shape now too. Bro, those matches that he had with Gunther were fucking amazing. Where his daughter was crying and all this shit. Oh my gosh, those matches. I might actually go back and watch that.
I think we should go back and watch that, because I do remember that. And then he was training Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
To be Gunther.
Where I lost respect.
But then but then that's when he started to turn heel on Otis, and then the whole free Otis thing. And
oh yeah. So yeah, I just think that they should just get rid of this whole, just leave the Grande Americano and the other two, I guess, the other two minions that roll with him. Leave that be, but El Original and the two Stooges that came along with them.
What they say?
Just take a chip and end it.
It was Julio and Rudo, the Crudo brothers.
When I I feel embarrassed. Yeah. I feel embarrassed for the Mexican people at this point.
They
un relajo, and I don't like that.
But the Mexicans love it. The Mexicans
I liked it better when they came out with I hopefully next week I'll probably have that clip saved. But they came in and they put him through the table and they were like, "This is the American flag." Like, I'm like, oh my god, that was great.
It's crazy though how like Chad Gable did all this because he couldn't beat luchadors, and then
to still lose.
But I think he's gonna lose the mask, and then I think we'll get the original Chad Gable back.
I mean, how do you think they're gonna? Well, if it is Chad Gable under there, how do you think they're gonna do it? Is he gonna just reveal himself, or it's just randomly? We're gonna get the Alpha Academy music to come back, and he's gonna come out.
He's gonna lose the mask. He's gonna rip it off his fucking face. He's gonna go into shame for maybe some time, and then we'll probably get like, because he's probably gonna go away for a while. So they're probably gonna have like some vignettes where it's like, I was ashamed. I was da-da-da. And then like him like rebuilding himself again is most likely what's gonna happen. And like, you know, I think that's what they do. I don't think that he can lose the mask and then just come back on TV the next week. But you never know. They might do that.
You never know.
They might do that.
You never know.
What, the Obafemi Open Challenge, or what you got on the notes?
Yes, I do have that. So I think that's absolutely crazy, right? Just really think about it. So Obafemi, when he came out, right? Obviously, I'm hyped. And then when the Alpha Academy music comes on and it's Tozawa, I wanted to throw like my phone at the TV. I was so pissed off. And then obviously like he runs away, and then Otis was like, I'm gonna fight him, right? Which is something that I would actually like am entertained to see. But did you know that Otis and Oba weigh exactly the same?
Yeah, I can see that. That's crazy, but I can see that.
They both weigh 330 pounds. Can you like just look at the difference of what height makes? How much height makes a difference?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Insane.
Yeah, like
I don't
He's
think
like,
I don't think they both weigh that, but
they
yeah.
do, they do. They both weigh 330 pounds.
Right, that's their kayfabe weight, but I don't think that that's like their real weight.
I don't know how much you think Otis weighs.
Probably, yeah. Nah, you're right. Nah, that actually does make sense.
And then
Yeah.
I know that that's how much Oba weighs because he is 20 pounds more than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's crazy that they weigh the same exact weight, but they look like two totally different
Well,
people and two
Oba
totally
has
different
like
builds
Oba
because
has
of the
like
height.
Oba has like 5 inches on him.
More than
Probably more
that.
than that. Actually, yeah, more than that. You
So that's
see,
what I'm saying. Like, look how much height makes a difference.
did you see how Braun Strowman was like, "Oh, Otis goes up easy."
No, I didn't. He said
So
that on like
so
his Twitter or
yeah,
something.
so Braun Strowman's been like side on the sidelines hating on Obafemi.
Really? Why would he do that when he has a show to worry about?
What's his show?
The where he goes to different restaurants and he orders everything on the menu. It's actually really entertaining.
I never seen it. I didn't even know that.
Oh, it's awesome! It's called Everything on the Menu with Braun Strowman, and he goes to like wherever they go,
On
like
YouTube?
because you know they go. No, it was right after. No.
Oh, he's on network TV.
Yeah, it was like right after. It's either right after Raw or right after SmackDown. One of the other.
Really?
Yeah, I watched the whole season 1. They're working on season 2 right now.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good, and like the episodes are entertaining. He's entertaining. He actually is like to me like a real foodie. Like he takes a bite of the food and can actually like, describe it. Not like, oh, this is good. Like no, like that. No,
Yeah,
you're a horrible food reviewer.
he'll tell
Like he
you
actually is like, oh, this is like it feels very decadent. Feels very buttery. Like and
acidic.
then yes, but he also goes to like different styles of restaurants. So he go to like a local like mom and pop, but he'll also go to like a 5-star dining experience where like the chef basically makes dinner for you. You don't choose. You just sit and eat. So he has like different levels of like he's been to like 5-star steakhouses where he orders everything on the menu. It's just different.
No,
different things,
I'm not gonna lie.
different levels of money.
I
So it's not like, oh, I'm just going to this mom and pop diner and ordering a burger.
I would actually kind of like that. That sounds interesting.
It's a really good show. So to me, I just feel like you have too much to worry about, sir, to be hating on the sidelines.
Yeah. So
You,
no, but
you hung up your boots. You hung up your boots, and you have to me, in my opinion, a better opportunity.
wait. He
to
retired. He retired.
fill
He retired from wrestling.
from. Don't quote me, but I think so.
Because I just thought he got canned and then he just like started doing other shit.
Well, this show is part of this. Okay, so this show plays right after. I don't remember if it's Raw or SmackDown.
Okay.
I think it's SmackDown.
And this was this
Right
year,
after.
2026.
Yes, 2025.
Okay.
Because we're in May,
Okay.
and I haven't seen it after SmackDown because SmackDown went to 3 hours.
Right.
So remember, it was 2 hours at 10 o'clock. From 10 to 11, they would play the Braun Strowman like show.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it. And then when they went to 3 hours, they cut him obviously to take that hour back, and then they did a press release saying that they're working on season 2. So the show obviously. The
Did
network obviously liked the show.
It did well enough.
It was USA. Yeah, it was
Oh.
after SmackDown.
Okay.
So USA obviously liked it, and this is a show that is being created under the WWE umbrella. Because
Really? So he's going
How,
under.
how else would he get the show?
He's going under the name Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Oh, that's crazy.
Should I Google this? Like,
Yeah,
well, I don't want to get copyrighted.
That's great. Oh.
So I
yeah.
guess I'll send it to you separately.
Yeah, please, because
But it's called Everything on the Menu with Braun Strowman. And it's funny because, like, at least from, okay, I'm 50-50 because, I work in production. So it could be like 50% is like, yes, that this is scripted and the waitress reaction is kind of like staged. Or he really goes to places and it's like he'll look at the menu and they'll be like, oh, what should I get? And then he talks to people that are sitting in the restaurant and they're like, oh, this is my favorite. I get this every week. I get this every day after work or whatever. And he talks to the local people that are sitting at the tables. Mm-hmm. And then when he goes to the waiter or the waitress, they're like, okay, so like, what do you like? And he was like, oh, well, what do you like? What do you eat? Because obviously, when you work in a restaurant, you have to try the food so you know what's good and what's
I mean,
not
yeah.
good.
What are you gonna? You're not gonna take free food. You're not gonna eat on your lunch break.
Well,
Like,
as somebody who worked in a restaurant, that was kind of like part of my training. I had to try every single thing on the menu,
oh wow.
unless I was allergic. So like when I worked at a Mexican restaurant, they made the mole, and some people make it with peanut butter and some people don't. So you have to be aware. You can't taste it, but people who have a nut allergy, you have to let them know, like, because it's not written on the menu. Like,
Okay.
you have a nut allergy because there's peanut butter in this, and it's not very like it's not an ingredient that you're like, oh, nutmeg. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so he would sit down, and then the waitress or waiter would tell him like, "Oh, you should get this. You should try this. This is my favorite." And he goes, "All right, so I'll just order everything on the menu." And they'll be like, "Wait, what?" Like,
What?
everything, yes, every single thing, every dessert, every appetizer, every entree, just everything on the menu. And then
Yo,
they like do like this huge like smorgasbord spread, and it's so awesome. Like, and then
really?
he tries everything because he could eat. So it's not
Yeah.
like he's eating one whole thing, but he tries everything, and then like he eats majority of like what he likes. But at least he tried everything and can describe it, and will tell you like this is like a delicacy or whatever, and it's a good show.
It sounds good. It sounds good.
Yeah. So I don't know if we'll actually, I don't know if you knew, but SmackDown is going back to 2 hours.
Oh,
Like,
thank God. Oh
telling
my gosh, bro, that's the best.
so we might get the show back
Yo,
when they go back to
that's
2 hours.
actually the best news I got all day. And it's not because I don't mind it being 3 hours, but I just think that you're gonna get better TV when they have to like really write for 2 hours. Like 2 hours is the perfect amount of wrestling, bro.
Agreed. But Raw is 3 hours.
Okay, so it's funny that you say that because all right, after the Joe Hendry match, like the whole shit happened with the Vision, I was like, oh, Raw could just end right here. That's a good ending to Raw. And then
Right?
I looked at my thing and I was like, oh, they had another fucking hour.
Oh my god, I know. I know. It was just too much.
I'm
And
like,
then the
yo,
Americanos,
yo,
excuse me, the Americanos fought, and I was like, and then I pressed the middle button. I'm like, oh my god, there's still like 20 more minutes, I
dog.
guess.
All right, so another thing, random thought, but Austin Theory's beard bothers me, bro.
I
His
feel like you should go back to the tights.
bro, his beard bothers me because it's like he has all this here, and then it's like so thin here, but we know he can get a full beard. Like
Well, I
we
mean, why
know
doesn't he just do what Trick does, do the Beijing?
Nah, Trick don't got no Beijing, bro.
Yeah, he does. You didn't know that?
No.
You can see it.
Oh, you're saying on not you're saying in the beard, not on the hairline though.
Both. Not a lot on the
Nah,
hairline, but
I see
definitely in the beard.
I see the white chalk on the hairline sometimes, but
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Why do you guys do that?
No, it's not us. Sometimes the clipper, like the straight clipper, like the gray one that they do to start the tape. Sometimes if you leave it like that, like it will leave you with a natural line, like the natural white line. Or a lot of times that's like barbers who aren't really that experienced, and they use the chalk to follow. Like how when you do somebody's makeup, you know how like you'll probably have like something where you follow that outline type shit.
I can see that too.
That's
But
what
I
that's
just feel
that's
just
the
like wipe it off.
that. But some people have it like as a style, or like it's just like, oh, like I just left.
That's
Like
like
I'm.
when I see people wearing like their sneakers and they still leave the tags on them.
Yeah, I hate that. I hate that.
It's
It's
kinda,
like,
it kind of
oh,
gives me that.
it's like, oh, my shits are authenticated. Like, bruh, whoop de doo,
Okay.
whoop de doo, bruh. She's gonna sleep with you now for sure, bud.
Oh my god. So yeah, SmackDown's going back to 2 hours.
Thank
in the
goodness.
summertime.
Thank goodness, bruh. Thank goodness. That's
Which I don't know if that's like because of the WWE decision or if the network USA.
no.
was
Maybe they just weren't
No.
getting the ROI on that third hour that they thought they were gonna get. Like,
probably people drop off.
yeah, or no, it's maybe they can fill that gap with something else that people might want to see, or, maybe they just weren't getting the good production that they thought. And then two, I just feel like writing wrestling for 3 hours is harder than writing it for two, or just like it's like like it's kind of hard to end on that cliffhanger when you have the 3 hours, because it's like, bruh, that's a long fucking time.
It is a long
It's
time.
a long time. It's a lot.
Well, we have Penta losing to Ethan Page.
Oh, I love that.
I'm not happy about
I
that.
love that. I love that. Love
We
it.
didn't get not one Mexican destroyer.
Ethan Page will be your new Intercontinental Champion. I
Was
like it.
did the move that he do on Penta, was that his finisher?
All right, I don't even know what Ethan.
He kind of like grabs him, kind of like a choke slam, but then he grabs his leg and then he goes like this.
Yeah, I think that is his
Is
finisher.
that his finisher?
I think so. I don't honestly. I don't know Ethan Page's finisher.
It's not that like not. I'm not trying to be a hater. It just doesn't
Is
look as
that
spectacular as the Mexican destroyer.
no? Of course not. I mean, but come on now. The Mexican Destroyer is kind of becoming the new RKO.
I'm biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of nowhere, you know. But hey, I love it though. I love Ethan Page getting that W. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and then like obviously, uh okay, so what I feel like where I was confused is, right? So I get what you, because I was listening back to our episode, right? So I see how you're saying like we just want to play, so we're gonna beat you guys up because you guys are ruining the fun
Yeah.
aspect that you were kind of saying, but like, where does this lead Rusev and Ethan Page? Does this now put them in like the tag team
No.
division? Or
No.
is this like a one-off thing?
I
or...
think that they might continue to feud, but at the same time, maybe Rusev might help Ethan Page win the title, and then it'd be like, oh, you owe me a favor, and then expect Ethan Page to have to lay down, and then maybe you can make Ethan Page not a face, but maybe a face for that feud or something like that. But I love it. I think that was a big win for Ethan Page. I thought that it came out well because it was like a little like kind of confusion on how it was about to happen, and then it happened. So I love it. Undefeated going into Raw. Him and Obafemi undefeated.
I mean, I'm just a little bit confused because I'm pretty sure I remember Ethan like talking to like either Jackie Redmond or Kathy Kelly, and then Rusev comes up to him and basically
That was last week.
Ethan that he was gonna beat him up.
Yeah, he said if you don't get this win, I'm gonna beat you up. Basically, that's what he said. He said like, yeah, he said, oh, like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, then you're gonna have to deal with not just Penta and Javon, but you're gonna have to deal with Rusev. That's why. That's why when they won, that's why Rusev was smiling so hard.
Oh.
That because he was like, oh,
okay. They're gonna put them against each other or no?
Of course. They're both.
Because even at the end, they were like, he was like, oh, you could read his lips. At the end, he was like, oh, now you like me.
They're both using each other. They're one like.
So they're both trying to be friendly.
Oh,
evil friendly.
Yes, because think about it. On Ethan Page's side, Ethan Page can use Rusev because he needs extra muscle. It's Rusev. He's a fucking badass, right? On Rusev's side, he probably feels like he has a better chance, like, to beat Ethan Page than he does Penta. So he would probably help Ethan Page get the belt and then expect to just like squash Ethan Page and grab the belt. You get what I'm saying? So in kayfabe, they can both use each other. So, but I love it. I thought it was a huge win for Ethan Page. I really, really liked it. I mean, to go from one Intercontinental title to another, we seen the girl Soruka get her Raw contract.
Yeah, she's official. Officially on the red brand, so I'm happy about that. And then she kind of like I'm not gonna like blame her too much.
Nah, she slipped. She slipped. The foot slipped.
I believe when Logan Paul said that on his podcast that they put like Crisco on the ropes, I believe it now.
Yeah.
And it's not LA Knight's fault.
No.
I'm gonna petition for that.
No, of course not, bro. Cause think about it, bro. Like, would you say that they be wearing the clear sunscreen or whatever?
Yeah, but also they supposedly when they paint the graphics, I don't know if it's like the residue in the air or something, but something is getting on the ropes, and it's hard. Well, at least I'm quoting Logan Paul. He goes, if you're the first match, it's like the best because everything's fresh. But by the time people start sweating and doing stuff on there, he goes, it's really hard.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
and too, yeah, that happened like in like the second hour. So there was so many matches that happened. But I love what Becky Lynch is doing, bruh. Becky Lynch right now reminds me of like like let's say like if like a rapper like goes back, and then like they're just working with all the younger like artists under like you know what I'm saying, like they're like kind of like how like Drake would take like the Migos and 21 Savage and all these people and like do songs with them and help them blow up. Like that's what I feel like Becky is doing right now with this Intercontinental title. Is like you know she's trying to make stars because
Yeah, because like, I would actually like to see them fight.
and to
I'm
everybody
excited
that
for it.
outside of AJ Lee, it's all been young up and coming stars that she's feuded with for the
Uh,
most part.
I mean, jog my memory. Because the only thing I can think
Lyra,
about is like
Lyra.
whack.
It was yeah, had some good matches.
I
Uh,
feel like she's such a good wrestler, but her as a character and the way she dresses is just
I don't know, and
atrocious.
I thought that fucking with Bailey would give her, you know, a little bit more swag. I think that's what they're trying to
And I
do.
thought so too. And guess what? She's still boring.
Like, I think that's what they're trying to do. Yo, Bailey looked really good this week too on Raw. I thought she looked really
Bailey
nice.
looks really good, and I'm kind of like, excuse me, I'm kind of like a little bit upset because I was rooting for Bailey when she won the women's championship, and like now I just feel like they're just burying her character.
It's not that I don't think that they're bearing her. I just think that they're just they have to heat her up. I think that they're just using her for what they can. But yeah, I think that there's more that she could be doing. But maybe she doesn't want to do what Becky Lynch is doing.
I want to go. I want to go see what they were talking about or trying to do with the crazy Bailey.
Mmm.
I want to revisit that. The site, the bipolar
Yeah,
Bailey.
yeah,
I would like to see that.
yeah. Cause now she just been smiling and shit. But you know,
Yeah.
she just saw her boo. She saw her boo at WrestleMania, George Kittle. So you know she good now. She
Oh, it's funny because George Kittle was every time they put the camera on him, he would do he would chug the beer,
love it.
and then like the second half of WrestleMania, you just didn't see him there anymore, and I'm like, oh, he got too wasted. I
Love
laughed.
it, love it, love it. Yeah, and the thing I like about George Kittle, he was the first person putting on for Penta. He was the first person, even when
Really?
yeah, before Penta was in WWE, George Kittle was the first person putting on for Penta, bro. One of the first.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and speaking of Penta, I do like how he went from to the OG black, white, and red gear. You know, like the OG Penta gear. I like
Yeah,
it.
I like that he mixes it up. Sometimes he's in the black and the gold, and
The
sometimes
green,
the red and the white.
the green, the all white look crazy too.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So I have in my notes, can we fire Logan Paul? And I just completely agree with it. But as I was watching this episode, I feel like I was just watching last week's episode because Joe Hendry was singing, and then the Vision comes out, and then the Street Profits come out, and then it was just kind of like the Street Profits fighting the Vision, and
No,
then
Braun
Braun
Break.
Breaker comes out
Yo,
and then beats everybody
no,
up, and then Seth starts
gets
beating
his
him up
gets
in the
his
Chelsea group.
gets his lit back, gets his leg back. But hey, that throw over the fucking top rope, oh my god, bruh.
Of who?
Of Montez when Braun Breaker grabbed Montez Ford and boom.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah. I
my
did see
god.
that.
I was
I
like
did see that.
I was
That
like
was crazy.
I was like holy shit. I was like, yeah, this guy is that fucking guy. And then he goes and then fucks up Dawkins like that. Oh my god,
Yeah.
bro. This is that man, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn. That was great. I think
So I
that
feel like I was just watching last week's episode over.
nah,
Like, where do you think they're going with this?
I mean, Joe Hendry versus Logan Paul. Joe Hendry, Seth Rollins, Street Profits versus Division. When Bronson Reed comes back, then it's you got the 4-on-4.
Do you think Bronson Reed's gonna come back?
I don't know. I'm just being optimistic.
What happened to him? Like,
I'm just being
like I
optimistic.
remember for Survivor Series, he hurt his toe.
No,
But,
remember
like,
remember when
what
he
happened
did.
to him? That why is he out?
I forgot what happened, to be honest with you. I forgot what happened. But I forgot how he got hurt, actually. Look it up real quick. Look it up. I want to see. Now I'm curious. But I think that they're going to eventually build to a Joe Hendry Logan Paul match, which honestly, like, maybe not to us, but in pop culture, like, or like on the internet, that'll be huge. Like,
I feel like it should be the Street Profits versus the Vision
for the belt.
and the story.
Yeah. But still, after the Street Profits win the belts, you're gonna need something to do with Logan Paul, That's where Joe Hendry comes in.
Hmm.
Regardless, it's like regardless of how people feel, WWE is gonna keep Logan Paul, and they're gonna use Logan Paul because he brings something that a lot of people on the roster don't bring.
Let's see. It's saying that he got cut, but I don't think this AI is not being.
No, that was a while
Oh,
ago. That was a while
okay.
ago.
Okay, so it says a torn bicep and
Ooh,
suffered in a match in February 23rd of 2026.
damn, torn bicep.
Oh, I actually remember that match. He like rolled out of the ring and like never came
Yeah,
back.
yeah. Actually, I do remember that. I do remember that now.
Hmm.
Damn. So yeah, I don't know how long that would take, but he's been out for like 4 months.
Since February.
Exactly.
So February, March, April,
Yeah.
almost 3 months.
Yeah. Damn. Okay.
So I mean, he could be probably like if he had to have surgery, which most of the times when you depending on the grade of the tear, you could have surgery or you could just go through rehab. Because like Penta tore his bicep, and I saw the episode of him and Sheamus working out, and he never got surgery. And when he does biceps, it looks so weird. Like it looks like it's like about to like pop out. And then Sheamus was like, "You never got surgery?" He goes, "No, no, brother." He says,
Yo,
"Oh."
that's crazy. But um, how do
Like
you
50 too, like 50 pounds. Like not, it's not like not
like?
baby weight.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
know.
how do you feel about Joe Hendry though? Like, do you think he has like potential to be on the main roster for a minute, or like what do you see for him?
I like that he's on the show now because I like that we're adding more people, and I definitely feel like he deserves a bigger stage. But it's just I'm still in the phase of like, what are we gonna do with him?
I
Because
liked how he wrestled,
I don't like this. I don't like that I just watched the same episode 2 weeks in a row.
but I
The
like
same thing happened
I like
over and over.
I like how he wrestles. Like I think he
I
like
like how he
I
wrestles.
think his wrestling got better because in TNA I don't remember his wrestling being like this like on point.
I don't like the storyline for him, and I just but it's also kind of like why don't we put him like against like LA Knight or something?
That's
What are we
event
doing with LA Knight?
that's eventually coming. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the megastar. I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know what they're doing with the megastar. Shit. What else happened on? Oh, what the contract signing? Or I feel like something happened before the contract signing though.
No, that was it. It was then we after the Street Profits came out, Obafemi defeated Otis, because obviously it wasn't gonna be Tozawa. Then we got the triple threat, and then I already told you about Los Hermanos Americanos.
Yeah, we talked about
It's
them.
a joke at this point, and then right after that, it was the contract signing, and so apparently it's like some like death grip, Samoan death
The
grip
Tongan
that
deck,
he's.
the Tongan death grip. Okay, now that they were kind of explaining it, now
Yeah, Michael Cole was talking about it, but I didn't write it in my notes. I
okay,
should
so
have
now I
heard about it.
remember what they're saying. So all right, Tala Tonga's father is Haku. Haku is
Oh, okay.
Haku is known as the baddest man in professional wrestling. Like, as in regards to like the most lethal hands, like will fuck anybody up. So there's
Okay.
a lot of stories.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know to believe them or not, but I'm not gonna question Haku about it. But basically they say that this nigga Haku would fucking do that to people in real life and like fucking pull their eyes
Really?
out, fuck their nose up, fucking all types of crazy shit, bro.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. There's definitely that. Um,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. Uh,
Not in real life.
no, yeah, bro. And they say he like pulled the guy's eyeball out or some shit,
Oh my
bro.
god.
If you just look up Haku and just look up any old wrestler talk about Haku, like
Mm.
back in the day, like the you know obviously 70s, 80s and shit, everybody was scared of Andre the Giant. Like that him and like Bad News Brown were the only two niggas that probably weren't scared of Andre the Giant. Like,
Mm.
because the thing about Andre is like Andre was the type that even did you watch the Hogan documentary?
Not yet. Don't
Okay,
spoil it for me.
no, but this isn't spoiling because Hogan always talks about it. But he says that he didn't know if Andre would let him win WrestleMania 3 until like the ref counted 3. Like, cause the whole day he
Oh.
kept going up to Andre and was like, "Yo, am I good?" And he was like, "Oh, don't worry about it." But obviously, Andre the Giant's a fucking giant, so you don't beat him. He lets you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Oh.
like Brock Lesnar or Kurt Angle. Like, bro, like you're not beating them in real life. They're letting you win. You know what I'm saying? They're doing
Mm-hmm.
business. So he didn't know at that point. But Haku was probably one of the few niggas that was not scared at that point.
Mm.
So yeah, let's talk about this contract signing though.
Yeah, I mean it's official, and I mean, what else is there to talk about? Jacob
Ro-
Fatu is gonna lose,
Roman Reigns looking stressed out though. I've not.
but
This is all
but
right. All
I
right. Let's be real though. Let's be real. This is the first time I've seen Roman on the back foot as the tribal chief character.
like taking like making Jacob look good.
Just in regards to that, like I'm saying, like the momentum right now, regardless of what the outcome is, the momentum is right now with Jacob Fatu. Like he
Hmm.
has all the momentum. Like if this was a UFC fight, like the betting line would shift dramatically towards Jacob because he's looking like he's literally like mogging Roman into like in every segment that they're having. He's and obviously like, Roman is making him look like this. But think about like Roman and Cody, right? It was like two equals going into this. Like it was like like there was never a moment in the WrestleMania 40 build where Roman Reigns was fucking cowering.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was always like on some like I'm here, you're here, like face off type shit, and that's how all of Roman Reigns feuds have been. Even if he had to cheat to win, he was never like cowering or like scared of a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Well, I didn't save this clip that I wanted to show you, but there's a rumor circulating in our community that Roman Reigns is going to be off of TV for the whole month of June. Why? I don't know. But in June, supposedly, the there's going to be a out of the country pay-per-view called Clash of the Champions, and this is why a lot of people are speculating that Roman is going to lose to Jacob and Jacob will be the new champion, because how are they going to have a champion,
You say,
all
but
the
they
champions on
got.
a pay-per-view, and you're not going to have Roman on there
Are you
because he
sure?
can't make it for whatever reason.
Are you? Damn, that's crazy.
And I'm really upset because I usually I have my clips in order, and
No, you bro. Don't worry about it. I mean,
oh yeah, okay, so um okay, actually I do. Oh, so let me show you
all
this.
right.
So
So
this
wait,
is
wait.
why I
But
think
before we get started, I just want to let people know that we're gonna start calling this segment here "React to the Internet." Also, too, we're not really gonna be doing too much reacting to wrestling matches or anything that's officially owned by TKO, because I don't know if you've seen this, but a lot of content creators' pages are getting fucking wiped. A lot of people are getting
yeah,
strikes.
so
Like
um
TKO is not playing, and you know what? Like I've already had to deal with Zeus Network. I'm not dealing with TKO, so
so if you look at our like a little bit of like, I mean, you guys are our friends, right? So we're gonna be honest. When I upload the content, our past um, two videos that we did of Carlito and John Cena
they got copyright strike.
they got flagged for copyright,
Of
and it
course,
just said copyright not being able to be
my,
shown in certain countries.
yeah,
But it is, but I'm not really understanding it because we're not making money right now. We're not monetized.
right.
So I just don't know if when you're monetized, when we get to that point in our
Then
career,
all the
if
monetization
that
will go.
will affect us. But
It's
since
gonna
we're
go.
not,
It's gonna go to TKO. That's how it goes.
yes,
That's how it
yes.
goes. But yeah,
So yeah,
we're staying away from that. We're just trying to keep it
because
clean.
basically our last few episodes we've been fine, but it's reacting to the
The
old
vote,
content.
yes, of course. But I mean,
Hmm.
we're learning. You know what I'm saying? We're learning, and the good thing about what we're doing is we're building this off of our conversations. So it's not
Hmm.
like we're not building it off of the reactions, which is kind of where like I made the mistake on my personal channel, was that I was building off of reactions. So once I wasn't really able to, because right now I can't upload a reaction for 3 months. So now that I'm not able to upload reactions, I'm kind of like, damn, what the fuck do I do with my channel? Like,
Oh, okay. I guess we'll talk about that in private because I didn't know
yeah,
that. But see, but see, this is what I'm saying, right? Um, at what point, since we stopped, paused, and talked, and then gave our commentary,
but it's
and then kept watching the video, at what point is that not considered transformative?
so the thing is that that all goes under the fair use laws. But I know that with
Yes, right or no?
With TKO, they say that if you use 11 seconds of their IP, that they can own it.
Oh, so they're trying to beat the copyright law.
They're just yeah they're taking people's pages, but then it's like it's weird because at the same time it's like they do that, but then they also like put all these content creators in their fucking show.
That's another thing I want to talk about because supposedly, El Chisme, right?
Mm-hmm.
That there's a content creator that has read the document of what is going on with Mr. McMahon and Brock Lesnar and all these things, and they do live reactions. And when they shoot there, which is something that I would like to do for us in the future, is where we watch together on live stream, but where the camera's pointed at us,
Right,
we're
like
not pointing the camera
like
at the TV.
like a watch along.
Yeah, so we're technically not showing the content like the pay-per-view. We're just you could just see us like reacting. And I do notice that after a big pay-per-view, WWE does take content creators and puts them on their like reel
Exactly.
to promote like, oh my god, this was so amazing. Look at everybody's reaction. So apparently a content creator that was featured on there, which I have two bones to pick with on it, right? Excuse me, two bones to pick with it. So number one, if they were to take our content like that of us reacting like, oh my god, Paige is back, like you know, and it's like 1 second long. Realistically, it's one to 2 seconds long because they gotta fit all these things in this 30-second, maybe 1 minute movie that they're gonna play before the show starts, right? So at no point are they putting anybody's act on the bottom.
Fuck no.
Meaning they're not giving credit to any of these creators.
Fuck no.
So on the other side, it's like, can you look at it like, okay, I'm now on a major television or on Netflix, and I'm technically getting free promotion, but not free promotion. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, as a content creator, I don't know if I should be happy.
No, at the
if
end,
I should be upset.
Bro, at the end of the day, you gotta be happy because, bro, we love wrestling. To be featured on wrestling TV, it doesn't matter, bro. Like, at the end of the day, we made it. Like, that's how I see it. Even if we gotta clip it up and put it ourselves and be like, oh my god, thank you, Nick Khan, thank you, Paul Levesque, for putting it, like, whatever, bro. Like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's about how you use it, you know? So as like at the end of the day, it should be something that you know that they're watching you. They're they know what we're doing and they're acknowledging the contribution that we're making. So I wouldn't take it like negatively, personally.
And then I also feel like it's kind of like they don't ask permission to use that, but we have to ask permission to use theirs.
Of course,
and I feel like it's a double-edged sword. So basically, the chisme is
to
land the plane.
So you don't think that? Sorry, just before you land it. Sorry, turbulence. But so you don't think that they're like reaching out to these creators and letting them know like, hey, we're gonna use your shit in a montage?
No,
bro. There's no fucking way.
Because this is the chisme. So basically, the guy has been doing reactions from PLEs to regular SmackDown or Raw watch along with his audience,
right?
And he refuses to cover anything to do with Brock Lesnar because of his opinion, which we're all entitled to feel however we want to feel, right? That's why we vote, and that's our American right? I'm not gonna judge you on what side you're on. I'm gonna love you regardless. So he basically said when he formed his opinion about the whole Brock Lesnar situation, and he did not cover him on his page ever since he returned. So basically, there's a live stream with him like when Brock Lesnar came back, and then obviously when you upload your live stream in your studio or Twitch or whatever you use to upload your content, you can edit that part out. So at any point, if we decide to go do live streams once a week for you guys, and there's something that are like, oh no, we don't want that, or that wasn't okay to say, and we have to apologize, or whatever it may be, right? Whatever may happen, you can always cut that part out in your YouTube studio.
Yeah.
As far as like Twitch and Rumble, I'm not sure how that works, but he basically cut that part out because he didn't want to react to him anymore at all, because we formed his opinion about what happened. So they took him going like this, and they put it in the montage of Brock Lesnar, and he got pissed off because he goes, that's not what happened. And now it's like your audience, it's like saying like, I don't like the color blue. I don't like the color blue. And then it shows you wearing a whole blue outfit and be like, I love blue. Like it looks horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks
so
crazy.
he got pissed off because he goes, that's not why. If you and he had to like do a whole. I'm gonna next week. I will look up this cheeseman for you, and we'll react to him, and I'll go ahead and I'll give him credit so he can explain his whole story.
Is this Santi?
I don't remember his name,
okay.
But he's a content creator in our community, and he basically WWE and TKO used his content of him reacting to a PLE and used it and put it as if he was reacting to Brock Lesnar when he was not. And he had to do a whole video like debunking it. It was crazy. So it's just kind of like, I feel like, oh, they're kind of putting it as like, well, we're giving you free promotion. Right. So you should be happy.
Of course. I mean, they're like, oh, we're giving you a crumb. Take your crumb.
Yeah.
Right,
but I don't like that.
But at the same time, you're lying on my fucking name.
Yeah, that's another thing too. That's crazy.
That's the thing. Honestly, that's the thing. It's like, bro, don't lie on my name. Especially when it's something like that it's like, that goes into morals and, a lot of different things. Like, yeah, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that.
Yeah, so he had to do, I'm gonna try to find this creator, his name, and tag him, and also try to maybe give you some clips of his expose video.
Right.
But he was not happy. And a lot of creators are like 50-50. They're happy that they're being featured because they feel like their hard work is paying off and they're being recognized. But it's also kind of like, you couldn't even put my name on the bottom, like really small font.
I mean, but that
at the Dominican Dropkick.
Nah,
no?
that they would never do that. They would never do that. I wouldn't even expect that. Like, that's crazy to even expect. To be even though I'm not saying that it's not wrong. I'm not saying that it's not wrong or what, like, obviously they probably should be doing that, but they ain't doing that shit.
Well, here's the thing, right? I'm gonna just give you like a little bit more cheese in there. So that I'm in the content creator space, and I'm kind of giving you the 411. But as a content creator for brands, you can create videos on your own, meaning go to the store, buy the product, and be like, I love this hand sanitizer, and this hand sanitizer is so great, and blah blah blah.
The hand sanitizer haul.
A video I'm willing to make to get your attention as a company, right? Or the company could be, hi, the Dominican Dropkick. We would like for you to feature our product on your 5-second ad on your next video, which is why you see people doing like, this portion of the video is sponsored by BetterHelp. Mm-hmm. It's a collaboration that they're doing, or B, meaning for free, no money was exchanged, product.
They're trying to get their attention.
Or they're getting money for it.
That's like the Dr. Pepper girl, right?
Oh, I don't know about the Dr. Pepper girl.
She made like this video on Instagram where she was like, "Oh, I think I have a jingle for Dr. Pepper." And she was like, Dr. Pepper is good. And then they picked it up and they like put it in their ad, and bro, they brought her to Super Bowl and everything.
When it gets to that, right? As a content creator, you have a right. So you can say, Dr. Pepper, you want to use my content because it's going viral? I need a check. And if you're not willing to pay me for my content, you cannot use it. And that is legal. Like you can hire a lawyer and sue them.
Of course.
And so that's where I feel like we're at as Pat McAfee wants to call us the IWC. So either you can lawyer up, but it's going to be expensive. And at that point, is it kind of worth it?
I mean,
Or
no,
do you,
because I mean,
are you just okay with getting a little bit of clout?
I
You
mean,
know?
it depends, bro, because that little bit could lead to more. You know, but then also too the thing about like where we're at is like honestly it would kind of be counterproductive for us to start working closely with any wrestling company. Because at the end of the day, if we're building something off of our opinions on shit, our opinion is going to be different if we're personal friends with Roxanne Perez.
Oh,
you,
meaning like our opinion is now going to be
Of
biased.
course, because it's like, bro, like, man, I was backstage and I had catering and it was awesome and like, you know, everything that they do is gonna be good. You get
You know
what I'm
what's
saying?
funny is that. All right, I'm gonna give you a little bit more cheese, and then we're gonna go to this clip. But I recently got a collaboration where the company gifted me the product,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to sign a contract,
Uh-huh.
being like, this is what I'm gonna post, this is what I have to say, and if I have anything negative to say, like let's say I try the product and I get an allergic reaction to where like I gotta go to the hospital or something, like it didn't work out for me, right? Or I don't like the product, I'm not allowed to say that. And I had to sign it because obviously I wanted the product, and thank God it worked out. Like I like the product. I'm not gonna endorse something that I don't like. But they basically said in so many words in the contract that if you don't like it or it didn't work out for you, that you're not allowed to post anything negative.
Right.
I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Right. But I
Because
mean,
you're gifting me the product to give you my
on
professional opinion.
right, but then it's like I can't do that.
Yeah, but thank God it worked out, and I actually really like the product, and I actually use the product.
Right.
So I actually recommended it to a lady in yoga today. But
Look at that.
anyways, besides the point. But I just thought that was freaking hilarious. Like you're not allowed to basically give us negative press.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's crazy too is that it would just change our opinion. Like, you know, it's like it would change our opinion. You know, as much as, you know, we would try to say, "Oh no, I'm gonna stay 10 toes down." Bro, you could meet any wrestler that you think is fucking trash. Bro, you sit next to a plane with Grayson Waller and you will leave that plane a Grayson Waller fan. Like, I'm just thinking
I
of
feel
like
like 'cause
guys,
at that point you're gonna start getting to know the
the
person, not
person,
the character.
exactly. And then, but that's what every wrestling character that's successful is, is that you build the connection with the person. Why did people love fucking Steve Austin so much? Because he was a fucking redneck from Texas, not willing to conform to his corporate bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But it's
I
like,
feel like the Stone Cold character is a lot more relatable, especially for if you look at the whole demographic. I feel like as a wrestling fan, you could come from anywhere, but you know, like a lot of their shows are like in the middle of nowhere, you know, so it's
middle of
very
them,
relatable
especially during that
versus
time.
like
Especially during that time.
especially during that time. But I wrote in my notes like I feel like Royce Keys should just drop this whole I'm from the hood, I'm broke, I'm from the streets narrative. Like you look where you are. You're on WWE, one of the biggest wrestling promotions that you could. You're at the top of the mountain. You haven't lost. You're not on Tubi.
Hmm.
Okay, you're on national television, and
Shout out to Evolve, man. Shout out to everybody on Tubi.
you've overcome the odds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like them playing on that storyline over and over, it's it's not relatable.
I don't know, but I feel like
Because the average, I could be wrong, but the average fan that's a wrestling fan, it come from everywhere.
right.
It's not necessarily like their target audience is not people in the hood.
Okay, but the thing about it is with that can be a crossover. The wrestling always wants the hood. That's why, you know, they push Jade so much. That's why, you know, Bianca, not saying that they're not excellent athletes and don't deserve it, but that's why they put these, you know, these people in those. And on top of that too with Royce, I'm sure that this isn't going to be for long. This is just going to be right now so that the people can get to know him. People can get to know his story and connect
Mm-hmm.
with them. And on top of that too is like, bruh, this is what fucking hip hop music has done for 50 years. They sell
Wait, okay,
they sell
I agree
they
with
sell
you.
culture to the middle of America.
Yes, but do you okay? Since you watch a little bit more AEW than I do,
Okay.
did they go this angle on AEW? How did they play him as a character on AEW?
50-50. It was a part of it was that, but he was just a big badass. In AEW, he was just a big badass. Like it necessarily wasn't like
So
certain
not a
times.
lot of talking roles.
No, not necessarily, because he was part of like Team Taz, and then he was just like a strong baby face by himself. Like he was just like just a strong baby face fighting a good fight, but not necessarily too much. Like it would be occasionally like maybe in like a promo like I'm gonna show you what the streets is about, but like it wasn't like all of this that they're doing now. But at the same time, it's like bro, like the way I see it is like bro, the way they're marketing him is like no different from fucking Jimmy Iovine marketing 50 Cent as a guy who got shot 9 times. You know, it's the same. It's the same thing. Like and it's like yes, I don't think it's gonna be forever because that's not gonna be his character forever. But I think for now, it works. But I do understand what you're saying. Like you feel like he's trying to just like make it his whole thing as opposed to just making it a thing.
Yes, and I also don't feel like everybody had that upbringing to be like, oh my god, oh my god, I totally understand.
Right, but I mean, but that's what makes them so popular is the fact that they didn't have that upbringing. Think about it, bro. Why is fucking NBA YoungBoy the biggest artist right now? Because
I don't listen to
me
him,
neither.
and I think his music is so bad. I
Me
feel like
neither.
I lose brain cells.
Me neither. But I'm saying that like, why is he the biggest? Because people live through that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I think they're trying to bank on. But I think that Royce Keys
Like
has it,
hitting a specific audience.
or just just whatever, just making it real. Like this is a real guy coming out here. And two, I think that Royce Keys has enough personality that he doesn't have to lean on this. But I just think as an introduction is why they're doing it. And two, WWE is really learning how to market black single stars, top single stars. They're kind of just learning that. Like they haven't been doing this for long. Like they literally just got like literally a full deck of like black guys that could be top guys because that wasn't the thing before. Even go back 4 years ago, that wasn't a thing, bruh. Now it's like you look at a Trick, you look at Oba, you look at Javon, and you see a world title. There wasn't a lot of black superstars at that time that you could see world title for at that time. Outside of like and to even talk about the New Day. You know what I'm saying? It was really just them, and they really started that. Like they really started that. How do you feel about the New Day walking away, knowing their worth, saying I'm not taking a pay cut, I'm out?
Actually, I have a bunch of like clips of that. It's like queued up.
So,
But it's just a little bit confusing because, like, it just kind of came out of nowhere to me, and I also feel like they weren't writing them the best. I mean, we got rid of the New Day,
yeah,
but we still have Grayson Waller.
they're booking them.
Like,
They're booking them hard.
somebody please, like,
Yeah.
get in there and like fix this.
But it's crazy because it's like New Day, but they wanted to keep New Day. They wanted to keep them, but New Day was like, "Yo, I'm not staying for that bread. Like, I've earned this bread." Because you gotta understand too, bro. Like, pre-pandemic, pre-Cody Rhodes coming back, bro.
They were the ones like carrying the torch.
They kept the lights on.
Right.
Pre-Bloodline, before the Bloodline, bro. The New Day was everything in WWE on WWE TV. Literally everything, bro. From the matches, from the segments, from the merchandise, like they were running WWE. So it's like
It's crazy how things change.
so whatever money that they were getting, they earned. And on top of that too, I'm sure that their deal was structured from the Vince era. So I don't know, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know if Triple H has something to do with that, but I'm sure that the original contract that they were negotiating off of, this was like Vince numbers, numbers that Vince was giving them, and I'm sure that Vince pays better than TKO or paid better than TKO, just off of the fact that like he didn't have to deal with them, So I think that also goes into it.